The Giants and the Commanders. The Giants lost to the Lions, blown out at home. Now they're 7-3. Then you have the Commanders. They've won five out of the last 6 games. Right now, the Commanders are 6-5, y'all, and they're going under the radar outside that Philly game. So, and Tom, you gonna kick this one off? Will they both make the playoffs? Will one make the playoffs? None make the playoffs? Talk to us.
Man, I would love for the NFC East as a whole to shake the whole NFL up and make the playoffs.
The first team,
But there's
first division, man.
there's there's another team in you guys' way, and that's David's team. The 49ers. They're on your line, man. Like you all got to keep winning, and they have to at least lose a game or two for this dream to come true. Or you all keep winning and the Giants keep losing, and you don't even got to worry about it. Then you all will make it. So do I see one of you guys making it? Yes. Right now, it's looking like the Commanders are going to take the third spot in the division because of what happened to the Giants. They took a lot of L's this week on like as far as injuries. Like their number one receiver went down. Maybe Odell will sign, and that'll help them propel back up. But then I think their cornerback got hurt too. Their number one cornerback got hurt, and then you got to think of the slate of receivers that got to go up against. Like they got to play Dallas in 2 days. Like, come on now, we just dropped 40 on somebody. We ready. So would I love for it to happen? Yes, but do I see it happening? Nah. And my vote is I say the Commanders make it over the Giants, even though they had a great start to the season. But you all have the momentum right now.
You know, it's crazy. That's not new though. We always start off slow.
Like
Always start off
extremely slow. Extremely
Always,
slow.
always.
It
We
take a
1-4.
division win for y'all to pick it up. I hate that it happens that way.
And it was a
And
division,
like,
the top team in the division.
Man.
yeah, you know. Um.
Things.
So, the Giants, the L holding up for that division win you talking about. But anyways, the Giants, right? They got a tough schedule ahead of them. First of all, the Giants has been flawed to me, frauds this whole year. I never was so on the Giants. Just like the Vikings, and I just and I put my ticket in for the Vikings, and then they just made me look stupid yesterday. All right, but we want to talk about the Giants. I've never been sold on this team. Never. I know they beat the Ravens. I mean, the Ravens in the early Ravens, we know who they were. They'll let you they'll get the lead in the first half and let you win in the second half. I mean, they beat Green Bay. A lot of people thought it was a good win at the time, but come on now, look at them now, right? The good teams that still remain, they beat Tennessee first game of the season, but that's the first game of the season. They lost to Seattle handily, 27-13. But you watch that game, it was no contest. They were never close to winning that game.
That's a fact.
Right? They beat Houston by 8 points, right? That was a close game the whole game, right? And you saw what we just did at Houston.
Come on now. Y'all was body slamming people.
There it is. But here's the thing. Look at their schedule, y'all. They play Dallas. They play us, the Eagles, us, Minnesota, Jeff Saturday and the Colts, and the Eagles again.
That's a brutal schedule.
Like, come on, bro.
They got a chance of winning maybe 1 or 2 games. Maybe.
Now, one thing I could say,
They could steal Thursday.
the Giants control their destiny. If they win out, they can win the division. But come on now, that's gonna happen. All right. So I don't think that they're going to make the playoffs. I didn't pick them before the year. I never felt like they were going to make the playoffs. This happens every year. Teams look good in the first half of the season. Second half comes, and it's like, all right, true colors comes out. But then you look at our schedule, right? The Commanders. We play the Falcons, right? The Giants twice. So that's where we benefit. We actually benefit more for playing the Giants twice versus the Giants playing us twice because we're behind. We got a chance to play catch up by playing them twice. We play y'all, the 49ers. I got you. We play the Browns before Deshaun comes back. And we play Dallas. All right. No, we play the Browns with Deshaun Watson. And we play Dallas. So our schedule is not a piece of cake either. But I'd rather have our schedule than the Giants schedule. All right. So they play the Eagles twice.
And you got the tiebreaker too. Because I'm telling you, it's the 49ers that's gonna holds the key for the NFC East.
Yeah, I think I got them still winning the division, believe it or not. The 49ers over the Seahawks. All right. Okay. So Seahawks might still make the playoffs as a wild card, but I think the Giants gonna fall out. Okay. The Giants might win 8 or 9 games for real. Like I got to win 1 or 2 more games the rest of the year. All right, so all right, Wentz having PTSD. All right, so now the Commanders, I'm excited about us. I know we named Tyler Heineke as a permanent starter, and I like what Ron Rivera said. He said because of winning, and also Wentz. I mean, he just starting. Like I said, we always start slow. You see how our defense looked with Wentz versus now, right? Like our defense always does this, man. We always are bad, but Wentz. See, one thing about Taylor Heineke, what he does that Wentz don't do is give Terry McLaurin, your best receiver, a chance, right?
That is true.
But once a game, at least once a game, he gonna make a throw. You have to close your eyes. At least once a game. He made one against the Texans, but he dropped it. I'm not sure you guys saw that. All right, he tried to throw it at Terry McLaurin. He overthrew him and cuz realized just dropped it. All right. So then once that happened, I said, "Woo, we got that out the way." That's exactly why I tweeted. I said, "We got that out the way, so we good for the rest of the game." All right. So, but our defense is coming along. I do think we have a better team all around than the Giants. I think we're better than the Giants. I'm never a believer of Daniel Jones. Right. This is not only King Henry is probably the only running back that can carry a team to the playoffs. Right. One thing about Tannehill, he doesn't turn the ball over like Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones. And yesterday, he threw 2 picks, right? He was turning the ball over. So in the first half of the season, yeah, he wasn't turning the ball over. That's why they were winning. You can get carried by your running back if you don't put ball in harm's way, and that's what Tannehill doesn't do for real, right? He actually plays smart. He's not a gunslinger like Mahomes. Oh, he's the elite quarterback. So I'm gonna say Giants, no. Commanders, in.
This actually wasn't that easy for me, because of what you just mentioned at the end about Daniel Jones. Other than yesterday, he hasn't turned the ball over since week 3. So I'm not saying that he's consistent, but he's played okay for them to be where they are right now. Now, do I believe that's going to continue? No. But the more I thought about it, I feel like it was pretty even, but I feel like I have more trust in the Commanders than the Giants. I definitely feel like Heineke has the momentum. He has that offense just looks different now.
Yes.
They're really rallying under him. The defense is rallying under him. Look at Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin looks like a top 10 wide receiver like he is. He's been balling out, man. I mean, I don't know what else you can really say about him, but I just believe the Commanders more, even though I feel like they got a tough schedule too. Of course, having to play the Browns, but I'm still more so. What have you done for me lately? So I want to see how well Deshaun Watson plays when he comes back before I can say that that's a tough game for them, because he's been out of the league for 2 years. His first game is going to be week 13. It's late in the season. His team hasn't, they've kind of sort of been afloat, but not really. So I don't know, but I feel like the Giants, they may only win 1 or 2 games, like Joe said. They may be able to beat the Colts. That's the only game I think that they have a really good chance of winning, and maybe winning 1 of the games against the Commanders. But I don't know. I feel like the Commanders got a better chance.
Sweet.
As far as that Cleveland game, I mean, Jacoby Brissett can just throw it up to Amari Cooper. I say that with so much pain in my heart, because I watch these Browns games and I'm just like, that's supposed to be us. But
nice.
That's all watching gotta do. Literally just stick to the game plan. If Amari Cooper open, throw him the ball or hand it to Chubb or Kareem Hunt. So it'll be a tough fight for the Commanders. I'm not gonna say like they're gonna just flat out do what they did yesterday, because I didn't expect them to like do what they did yesterday. I thought it was gonna be closer than that.
I don't think anybody expected that yesterday.
How can the Texans give the Eagles a fight and then the Commanders go out there and just hand them their field,
7 yards in the first half, I think.
So it's, I don't know, it's any given Sunday for real.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I kind of like out of all the games this year, this is one game I was like, I ain't even worried about that game for real. I'm gonna just watch everybody else. Like I kind of knew we was gonna win this game because we just beat the Eagles, and then we're not gonna, we just beat the Eagles. Ron Rivera was preaching all week like, let's not look over this team. This is my former coach. He kept saying that, so I feel like we were prepared for them. and then we just a better team. And David Mills without D-line, come on now, really?
And that's how you know the tide is turning in DC too, because this usually be the game y'all lose. Y'all win the big game
Facts.
and then lose this game. So
and also and then I know they have a good rushing attack. We have a good rush defense, so I wasn't really worried about them for real. You shut that pair stuff down.
Yeah, you did. But I want to say this because it was brought up before after y'all beat the Eagles, and the Eagles had some trouble yesterday with the Colts
again.
Remember when the Steelers went 11-0, played Washington, and they got exposed. There's a big chance that the Eagles might not play the same the rest of the year. Now, we got somebody in the chat that's saying that it's because Dallas Goedert is out. Now, Dallas Goedert is an important player, but he ain't the centerpiece of the offense.
Hold on, David.
This is a great segue.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.